The audio is working now. I don't know why that was so wrong. Let's see. Now I gotta get back onto the page where everything is. Can you guys even see me? Got one person in here. How's the audio? One person. Drop a comment if the video is working. Well, I guess the video is working. But is the audio working? This is the important things that I need to know. Pause. Let's see. All right, we got 20 people watching. All right, audio, we're good. Rock Angel. Okay, you guys want to start all the way at the beginning? Let's do this over again. We'll start with Rock Angel. There we go. All right. Let's try this again. Hashtag sports in the house. Love to have my boy Mario. His buddy Paul. Boom, trying to flash back this thing into existence. Stephen Engel says Jets are not beating the Patriots. Noah, what is that song? It's called Rock Angel. Now I just need my little chat bubble to pop up over here. Guys, we're going to do this at the same time. Same thing we do every Monday night. We're going to do call-in starting at 8:30. And we're going to do comment questions starting now. My girl says, welcome to the chicken cockpit. I like it. Ty Perk, welcome to the chat. Christopher Levington, love to have you here. Patriots Nation Tattoo, you're just a bad person. There's the chat. Now it's popping up. All right, guys, drop a like down on the thumbs up button. Give me a thumbs up. I want to see that. We got 25 in here already. We had 40 before. I don't know what happened with my audio. I apologize. So I gotta get better at this thing. Hit that subscribe button. Damn right, hashtag. Guys, I've been working on some new stuff. I have a new shirt that I'm launching. I was talking to Mario over at hashtag about this. I need to finish up my second animation or cartoon for this shirt. So you guys, I do have a copy of it if you guys want to see what it looks like. But I'm not trying to, it's not a very flattering shirt, especially since the Jets just won. It's a little play on some other stuff. You guys can let me know if you want to see that. Ryan, can you run the stream till 11? I gotta go. Be back at 9:45. T-Jazz Jr., I will see you then. Noah, at Sports Fan. I don't know about Herndon. Hopefully we get Herndon and Mosley back this week. We're going to need it going against the Cheatriots. There's terrible mouth breathers up there in New England. Not a fan of those guys. Alex Hernandez. If Josh Allen didn't get hurt, Patriots won't be undefeated. Oh, if Josh Allen didn't get hurt, I agree. Thought the Bills had him there. How about our Jets? Guys, how great was that goddamn ending to that game? My heart was pounding. I'm watching that, like, Jamal Adams comes screaming up the middle, clocks Dak Prescott. Nothing better than beating the Cowboys. Well, let's beat the Patriots. Ryan, where you at? Was I at the game yesterday? I was not at the game yesterday. I was working. We had our craft beer outing at the course I work at. We had 19 beers actually. 18 beers, 19 beers. And we had them across the entire course. It was awesome. I didn't get to enjoy the game the way I normally would, but I got to have some good craft beer in the process of, running the event. So not too bad. We've got a Patriots fan in the chat. Guys, give him hell. He's here every week. That's all right. Ah, man, it's good to have you. I saw this. I know we don't have any Dallas fans out there, but as far as the statistics go, I saw a really interesting stat. Let me find it. So get this. NFL teams are 90-1 since 1991 when they win time of possession, total yards, turnovers, pick up 25 first downs, and convert at least 10 or more third down attempts. The one loss, Dallas last night. So the Jets did something that has never been done before, or at least since 1991. So, Jet fans, be proud. We got some things we got to clean up. We want to see Sam, not throw that interception in the red zone. That was something that was obviously concerning for us, but we held strong. Our defense held strong. Greg Williams is a madman. We got to see some Quinnen Williams. I believe he had 5 tackles within a yard of the line of scrimmage. So that was huge. That was his first big impact game. Guys, very cool. 47 guys in the chat. 8:30 we're starting call-ins. Guys, if you haven't tuned in on Sportscaster before, jump over to Sportscaster. Give me a follow over there. Helps me grow my channel just a little bit more. And I'll shout you out. If you add me on that on Sportscaster, I will make sure you are recognized for your patronage and following me. Because it makes me feel good. Bump, 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 bump. All right, guys. How about the refs during last night's game? I was a little concerned with how many penalties there were, specifically on the Cowboys side of things. Now, I'm hoping there's no unfair bias with the Jets being there. Blunt of Vegas, what's up, dude? Good to have you in the chat. Anthony Brown, welcome to the chat. Thought I saw some other guys in there. You guys are good. Glad to have you here. Pickles, refs. Refs were horrible. Yes, I think the refs have had a very rough go about it. This whole pass interference challenging thing across from all the games. We really have, what have we seen, like 5 overturned, and there's been like a zillion of them. You guys are saying trade Leonard Williams. I think Leonard's going to get traded. Apparently, Adam Gase did not dismiss the notion of trading Leonard. I think it's definitely going to be something that we see. Have you seen Skip Bayless lose his mind on Undisputed this morning? No, I did not watch Skip Bayless because Skip Bayless is I don't know. I don't like Skip Bayless. Barrel Beast, welcome to the chat. Scott, welcome to the chat. Pass interference rule is dumb. I completely agree. I did not watch Skip Bayless. I don't like Stephen A. Smith. I don't like Shannon Sharp. I don't like a lot of the talk shows that are on TV. I don't mind Get Up because I like Mike Greenberg. But that's about it. Alex Hernandez has just subscribed. Seriously? I thought you were subscribed to me already. Well, welcome to the channel. Trade Leonard Williams for AJ Green, Chris Harris Jr., or Trent Williams. If any one of those guys could be had for Leonard Williams, I'd make that trade. But I think his cap number is too high. Colin Cowherd, I don't mind him. He has his moments where I really don't like him. But of all the talking heads, he's not the worst. Garden Hose says he just subscribed. What the heck is this? You guys have been subscribed to my channel. This doesn't make any sort of sense. That's all right. Ryan, can we please get a wrench? Oh, you can get a wrench, dude. You know what? You've been in here a bunch of times, and I'm trying to give you a wrench. I don't know how to do it. Bam! Sports fan. You're now a wrench. I'm going to get a bunch of people in here. A few of you guys are in there. Guys, do you want to see... I unsubscribe and then subscribe as a joke. Okay. Well, I'm glad you stay subscribed. That's very nice. Do I like Colin Cowherd? I don't mind Colin Cowherd. The NFL pulled Joe Beningo's appearance on Good Morning Football. I don't like Joe Beningo. I don't think he's that good. He bugs the crap out of me. If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a ball. Absolutely. Now I'm going to need one too. Ty Perk. Ty Perk? How often you here? Ooh. Ah, Connor. I like seeing you subscribing at the bottom. Makes me feel good. Gonna get a whole run of people. Guys, this is the beginning of the run. We're going to have New England come to New York or New Jersey, MetLife, next week. And we're going to punch him in the jaw. That's what's going to happen. We're going to lock down N'Keal Harry. He's not going to be able to do what he wants to do in like his early action. Wilson Braun, welcome to the channel. I like this. You guys have to have the support for the Jets. We have our leader back. 4-2, or 2-4 is just, it's right there. It's right there. If we can get past the Patriots, if we can get one win against the Patriots, we split that, and all of a sudden, 2-4 going into an easy stretch of our schedule. Let's keep the ball rolling. Can't wait, Joe Malone, can't wait. Oh, yeah. Ryan Kelly TV, Jet playoff chances. Don't talk playoffs yet. We just want to get to 2-4. Let's get to 2-4. We'll figure it out from there. 2-4, baby. Don't lose hope. Don't lose hope. Can't lose hope. Now, I'll show you guys a little something. I've been working on a shirt. This is a little bit of a plug, but it is not a very happy plug, I guess, because it's more of a, if you have a Jet fan that is very upset with what's going on or is always a Debbie Downer, this could be a shirt that they may like. And I started having fun with it. I wanted to come up with something that was, everyone's seen the JETS, just end the season, or the JETS, just end the suffering. We've seen these kinds of shirts before. So I'm playing a little word game. And I look at our quarterback. I'm like, you know what? There's a same old Jet fan. That's always been a term. And now we have same darn old Jets. Now, maybe I think that's funnier than some of you guys do. I have a little bit of fun with it, but I'm going to create one as well that says, not your same darn old Jets. So that way you can have one or the other. We're still working on the artwork for the other one, though. This one is probably going to be I'm going to do this on like a mug. So that way you can have one on one side, you can see same darn old Jets, and then on the other side you have, not your same darn old Jets. And that way you have the ability to flip around your mug, whichever way the Jets win. That's the new shirt. That's one that just hit the website. So if you guys do want that, it is in the website down below. You guys can go check it out. It's pretty cool. AJ Green, do you think he gets traded? I don't know. There could be a lot of big names. I want Trent Williams. If we can get Trent Williams, this would be absolutely huge. It would be absolutely huge for the Jets to be able to get a left tackle, given some of the pressure and heat that we've seen recently. If you don't get at least a second for Leo, you can't trade him. I don't agree. I think if you can get a third for Leo, you make the trade anyway. I don't think Leo has been that great. I think last night was Leo's best game for us this season, and that is concerning. I think you don't know what you're going to get from him. OJ Howard on the block, ? I did not hear that. I don't think he's on the block. He has destroyed my fantasy team. He's gotten me like no points all year, and I am incredibly frustrated with it. I was really high on this guy. Totally screwed me over. Breaking news, Staff Sergeant thinks that Rex Ryan will be the head coach of the Redskins. He would be silly to go there. I don't think he likes Snyder. I mean, he'll probably like whoever gives him a job, I guess. But he's got a nice, cushy TV job. Why would he want to go back into coaching, especially with such a terrible franchise? I really don't think that the Redskins are the team you'd want to come back for. Although, you wouldn't think the Jets would be. But we have the quarterback. You don't know if the Redskins have the quarterback. Herndon. That's what we want. Redskins defense is good. Look, I got no ill will towards the Redskins. I think they are basically the Jets of the NFC East, or at least they have been in the last 20 years. So I have no ill will towards them. But I do think our Jets are way better. I can't wait to stomp on Washington when we go to see them. Guys, hit that like button. Want to see it? I want to see the like button. I want to see him jump up in likes. We're up to 26 right now. Got to get a few more. Guys, we're going to start the call-ins at 8:30. Just 10 more minutes. Daniel Jones was carving up the Pats for a good portion. So hopefully Sam can do the same. I do think Sam is a better quarterback than Daniel Jones. I don't have much to stand on at this particular point because we haven't seen Sam play much this year, but he did look good yesterday. I was very pleased with Sam Darnold. Him coming back off that injury. He took a few shots, got right back up. Big fan of this. D. Vieira, Ryan Griffin played good yesterday. I agree. Some guy 1302, Lewis, Edoga, Shell, Winters in that order. Yeah, I wasn't even upset with Khalil yesterday. I thought they all played, all right. I mean, there's still pressure, and I think Sam alleviates a lot of that pressure by being able to get the ball out fast and being able to kind of slide around in the pocket. This is something that absolutely changes the dynamic of this offense and changes the ability of the defense, like being able to sack us. The 92-yard touchdown for Robbie was a thing of beauty. I completely agree. And Demarius almost dropping that onside kick. Oh, I almost had a heart attack. I was absolutely freaking out when I saw that ball bounce. I was like, no way this is going to happen to us. It can't happen. New shirt, JETS just ended their season. I don't like the JETS shirts. I've seen the JETS shirts, and they're not bad. This shirt is a little bit different. It's a new play on it. It's a little, good play on words, I guess. But I'm going to have another one that says, not your same Darnold Jets with Sam all happy and stuff. So you guys can be happy for that one. But I probably have some people that have friends that are Jet fans that they want to rip on, and that could make a good holiday gift. Plus it helps support the channel, so there's that. Antonio Jimenez, do you think Gronk might come back? I do not believe he comes back. I think he is done. Did anyone hear him talking during the halftime show of the Giants game? I thought it was absolutely hysterical. He said something along the lines of the reason we like Edelman, in practice we called Edelman the squirrel because he's always looking to get that nut. And I was like, no way did Gronk just say that on live TV. Nationally televised broadcasting just said Edelman's got to get that nut. That is absolutely loony. The beer I'm drinking tonight, beer of choice, Hoegaarden. Pretty good. I got a few of these left, and then I got some craft beer. Not too shabby. I'm glad Big Green saw it. If the Jets beat the Pats, then Gronk comes back. No, he's not going to come back. I don't think so. Dick Long, Zach Brown. Yes, get him. Zach Brown's in a band. He's singing Wagon Wheel. I don't think so. That'd be funny. Hi, Bit. LOL. Nice to have you here. Nut. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Nut. Oh, God. Modelo is the best. I am not a big Modelo fan. This is not Modelo. It's Hoegaarden. So get the hell out of here. This Modelo stuff. No, you guys like it? Okay. I've had Modelo. It's all right. I'm more of a... I like the citrusy kind of beers. I like Corona. I like Hoegaarden, Blue Moon, Shock Top. I don't mind the sour beer. Sour beers are all right. Big fan of that. Jets have a great long snapper. That's right. It's probably our best position right now. No, I'm kidding. We locked up McClendon for an extra year. McClendon being locked up is huge for the Jets. I think that basically helps us find someone to replace Leonard. I think we are trading Leonard. I think that's why that contract was signed with ooh, man, that was gross. I think that's why that contract was signed to move Leonard. Now, I don't know what we're going to wind up getting for him. I think we're going to wind up, if we can move him for either a cornerback, a wide receiver, or an offensive lineman, I think that would be ideal. I don't know what we'd get in terms of draft compensation. I would hope we could get a third. Apparently, there's a few teams interested in him. That would be absolutely huge for our Jets. Joe says a bag of footballs. Joe Masili. Quinn Williams played well. Yes, I was very happy with that. Ficken was solid. I agree. We really could have been screwed if they decided to actually make all their kicks on the Cowboys side of things. That 62-yarder was a thing of beauty. If we don't make a playoff run next year, I will be disappointed. I'm disappointed we're not going to be able to, have a decent shot of getting into the playoffs this year. Like the schedule will break in our favor, but there's a really good chance that we wind up at that 8-8, 9-7 kind of sort of threshold, which would be a real kick in the balls. Because if we had Sam healthy for the entire season, I think we beat the Browns, and I think we beat the Bills week 1 if he was 100% healthy. We're just missing a ton of players right now. We got to get Mosley back. We got to get, Herndon back. Getting that back. I'm so proud of our defense. Our defense has been absolutely legit, and I don't think I saved the. Let me see if I saved the thing on it. I definitely didn't. Dang it. Okay, so the Jets' defense has been unreal given the amount of time that they've had to be on the field. Mr. Trolley, that's not very nice. You're just saying I'm happy. Jets are gonna still be. What does that say? Jets are gonna still be cheeks. That makes no sense to me. Blunt of Vegas, so proud of the team yesterday. Jamal Adams will boom Saquon Barkley any day. Hashtag Prez. Smiley, 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 smiley. Hi. Good. I don't think we should have cut Luvu, says Cooper. Cooper was one of the first guys. Toby, Knife and Tool, welcome back. Glad you're in here. Glad to have you. Rodolfo, glad to have you in here. Wilson Braun, I just want to see Bell get loose. That's just it. If we had a good offensive line, it'd be a thing of beauty. Danny Dimes versus Sam would be epic. What is it? What are we gonna call it? We gotta have some kind of. Sam's gotta have a nickname now. We got Danny Dimes. We got Sammy Singles, just dropping bills on people, just making it rain. That's not. Sammy Singles not really that great. Sports fan, gotta head out, Ryan. See ya. Take it easy, sports fan. Glad you're my new mod. One of them. Ken BX, salute from North Carolina. Glad to have you. Tyson Man, get Mosley and Herndon back. Glad to have you guys in here. And no nicknames. Jets quarterbacks with nicknames eventually get cursed. I agree. I'm good with that. The Sanchez did not go well. Geno Sith did not go well. Sammy Server. Slingin' Sammy. Slingin' Sammy's pretty good. Barrel Beast. Slam. Sam Bam. Thank you, ma'am. Sam, a.k.a. DNA. Don't get it. Udoka played well yesterday. You agree? I didn't watch him too much. I'll be honest. My attention was split between the game and the outing that was going on at my golf course, and I did not get to diagnose Udoka the way I would otherwise like to. But I was very happy with what I saw across the board. The offense. It wasn't stagnant. It wasn't the same thing. I think Gase called a better game. I think this was the most passes we saw Sam complete down the field, and I think it shows the versatility that Gase has. Obviously, the Cowboys gave up a ton of points and rushes to the Green Bay Packers, and I guarantee they went into this game thinking, hey, Sam Darnold has been hurt. Or not hurt, but he's been not there. Lewis, thank you for subscribing. Sam's coming back off the the mono. Le'Veon Bell's their main guy. He's taken up 51% of the offensive yards up until last night. We are going to stop Le'Veon Bell, and Adam Gase was like, bring it. Sam's going to be throwing the ball all night. And he totally outsmarted the Cowboys. The Cowboys were not ready for what the Jets did last night, and I am very proud of what Gase was able to accomplish there. Let's see, we are almost in the... Where is it? Got to get the Google Voice up now. Jumping from spot to spot. Google Voice. Gonna throw the phone number is up on the screen. If you guys want to call in, want to talk some Jets, I'm all about it. Not be upset. Phone line's open. Do you think the O-line will have trouble blocking the Pats defense? Yeah, I think we will. But I do think they're starting to gel a little bit better. I think Sam back there is going to be drastically better than Luke Falk. Why trade Robbie? I don't know. I'm torn at this point. I would like to see us keep Robbie because he's like the only weapon for Sam to really use. But I don't know if that is going to be a good thing, because if you hold on to Robbie and then you let him walk at the end of the year and you don't get a compensation pick for him, that would kind of suck. So if you don't plan on keeping him, move on. Oh, we got my boy Chris from Florida.
Chris from Florida.
Chris, what's up, dude? How was that win?
Bro, how about them Jets, Jets, baby? My boy Sam Darnold, I said it last week, and I told you my prediction. It would be a fun game. It was going to be a great game, and there was so much energy in the field. Sam Darnold pulling an Oprah. You get a yard, and Robbie Anderson, you get a touchdown. Everybody gets a yard.
Everyone gets a yard. I love it. Dude, it was so good. It was nice to finally see the offense actually go out there and play like an NFL caliber offense. When's the last time we actually saw Mr. Trolley saying thank you for the subscribe? I like it. When's the last time we got to see an actual Jets good offense? It's been years, I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely, man. The last time I saw a good offense was when the ball was released from the quarterback. That's when it was.
Dude, it's so much better having Sam back. It's unreal. The amount of stress and anxiety that we've had to go through.
The TV.
Dude, the entire team was just fired up around Sam, and that's something that you don't that extra bit of juice that you got from yesterday. That's a season-turning kind of juice.
Absolutely. The question is, can they keep the juice alive for this next game? I know a lot of people were saying things like, oh, Le'Veon Bell wasn't doing a lot. Well, first of all, they predicted that Le'Veon Bell was going to be a main target, and now that Sam Darnold is here, Sam Darnold was showing people that he is the quarterback. There's a reason he was picked high, and Cowboys did not take effect that he was coming back. They didn't take effect that he had 2 weeks worth of training to get ready for this game. They figured, oh, he's coming back from illness. They're probably still going to stick to Le'Veon Bell. Le'Veon Bell did great with just a touchdown, a couple of yardage, but mostly being a distraction and an extra blocker for Sam. Mad props to Le'Veon Bell for keeping a high head, not getting too many touches. Love the guy. Love having Sam back. You got to tell me, man, how did you feel about the fact that Sam Darnold was making so many connections, not only with Crowder, not only with Anderson, but with Demaryius Thomas? How did you feel about that?
Watching them get those few passes together, the whole passing game altogether. I loved watching Crowder catch some passes. I think Crowder is supposed to be a bigger part of this offense, and I really thought, we were going to see a lot of him, but I think with Sam being knocked out, that sort of hampered a lot of it. It hampered the entire offense, really, is what wound up happening. And as much as I kind of wanted to see the Jets, run the ball with Bell and kind of take time off the clock, in the second half, I do like that they let Sam keep throwing it, and I think it kind of kept the Cowboys on their heels. If Sam can keep throwing the ball like that, they're not going to have to worry about playing stacked boxes, and you're going to have maybe less pressure coming at Sam, and also more running lanes opened up for Bell.
Agreed. Now, this question is, now that Sam has gotten his first game back from his illness, and we're going up against the Pats, and not only that, we've got an extra day. I think we get an extra day of practice because we're playing Monday. Do you think that the Jets' offensive line can be prepared for this Patriots defense? Because clearly, I think our defense can hold well, considering the last time we played the Pats against Brady. And I think Greg Williams has got a few notes to take, and he can be more prepared for them. But my question is, can our offensive team be prepared for the Pats defense? What do you think on this?
I think we can be. I think this will be a test with Gase and how he responds to the butt whooping we took the first time around. Now it's tough because you can't really get too much information from that game because of what happened to Luke Falk. So it's an entirely different set of circumstances with Sam behind center, and I think Belichick is concerned about Sam. I think he knows this team is drastically different, and I expect the Jets to keep it close. I don't think... God, I don't know. The Patriots have a little bit extra rest, too, which kind of sucks, too. They played Thursday night, and now they face us on Monday night. We play Sunday afternoon, and we go on to a Monday game. So there's like 2-3 extra days of them practicing and looking at tape. So I feel like we're always slighted.
We had the bye week, and now we're going through this. But, I mean, as long as we've got the confidence and they put in the hard effort, hopefully Adam Gase will blow out some more of his playbook action. You know, that's what I'm hoping at least.
Absolutely. I think there's a lot more left in the playbook that we have not seen. I mean, all the stuff that we saw yesterday, I didn't really expect to see any of that. It was like, oh, man, this is going to be a terrible, terrible matchup as far as, how Adam Gase has run everything prior. It's not what I expected, and I'm very happy with that. You got 6 seconds.
Yep. Oh, go Jets. Keep the love, baby. Keep it all. Let's go!
Boom! Chris from Florida, thank you so much for calling in. I love listening to you. I love talking to you. I'll talk to you again next week. Or if you call back later. That's fine, too. There's nothing against callbacks. Garden Hose thinks the Patriots will destroy us. Garden Hose, you're a terrible person. Oh, man, I'm not even watching the game. I had the game on. Who we got?
Call from
Super Bowl Sam.
Super Bowl Sam. I like that. That's a good nickname, Super Bowl Sam. What's up, brother? Welcome to the cockpit.
All right, man. First things first. Go Jets.
Hell yeah. What'd you think of
win.
that game?
Dude, it was awesome. I was just watching it right now on replay and just totally stoked, Great ball control. At the end there, I think in the third quarter, like in the middle of the third, I was just like, oh, man, same old Jets. They're trying to control the clock with the run game, and then we start getting stuffed at the line. I'm like, but no, we pulled it out, man. It was good.
Yeah, dude, I'm definitely happy with what I saw. I was so nervous watching that final drive and then, the penalties. I'm like, oh, great, here we go. This is what's going to happen. Something's going on. I was like, you know what, at least if they get the 2-point conversion, we're going to OT. Like, they're not going to get the onside kick. And then when Jamal just absolutely pegs Dak in the chest, dude, yeah. I had not jumped up and down like that in a while.
Dude, I know. As soon as I saw him just go right up, was it the A gap?
I believe so. Yeah, it was just to the, if you're looking behind the line, just to the right of the center.
Yeah, dude, total. I mean, Dak was like, did you see his eyes? It looked like
he's like, I don't know what to do. Because you could tell he was probably going to Witten that entire time. So him backing up and seeing Adams come right at him through the gap that he's trying to throw around, and he's just falling back, throwing the ball. I mean, it was a thing of beauty.
Dude,
did you see May try to flop too? May got his arm in there and just threw his body like this to make it seem like, oh no, I'm not holding anyone or
Yeah.
I was like, just don't do that.
Dude, let me throw something at you I haven't heard anyone cover, and to me, I think Gase could expose the Patriots here.
Okay, what do you think?
Now that we have Herndon coming back, and we already saw what Griffin did, the other tight end.
Yeah.
Imagine rolling out some packages like Gronkowski and Hernandez up in the Pats, and we hit them with the same plays they used to hit us back 10 years ago.
That would be amazing. I mean, if Herndon could play, a lot of people are saying Herndon isn't playing Monday night. I don't know if he is or isn't. I think they were trying to wait and see if he was actually going to be able to be healthy. That hamstring seems like it's a little dicier than we'd like it to be.
Yeah.
I hope Mosley plays. It's really the Jets really need.
If Mosley plays, I think that can be that can be the deciding factor for sure. I mean, the game will be close, but Mosley's just so good in coverage. He's so good attacking, the gaps during the run defense. I mean, yeah.
Dude, I was very happy with how the Jets handled yesterday. I didn't think, Zeke got his yardage, but I don't think we let him run loose on us. It didn't feel like it, at least. And that Dallas offense is really good. Now, they didn't have Amari Cooper for a chunk of that game, so that's, absolutely huge. That's, probably something that definitely helped us. But,
right.
Dude, there's a lot of things to be happy. Jets have injuries too, so it's like, you know what? If the Jets had Herndon, if the Jets had Mosley, even if they had Cooper, maybe it wouldn't have even mattered. Maybe the Jets would have won anyway.
Well, you think about that. I mean, now you're stretching that team out even more, because if you got Herndon, you got seam routes all day, with him, and then you'll have crossing routes with what's his name, what's the wide receiver that we got from the Redskins?
Crowder.
Yeah, Crowder. So you got Herndon going up the seam, and then you got Crowder doing like, crossing routes. Dude, I'm telling you, if we can get Herndon back, we would really spread out the pass.
This offense is close. If we had an offensive line and we could give Sam a little bit more time even, I think we could be deadly. So I would love to see... I don't think a trade for Trent Williams is happening unless it involves Leonard Williams or some type of conditional pick based on, whatever qualities. But I don't think... I know that they're looking for at least a first-round pick from him, which isn't going to happen from the Jets, I don't think.
No, they better not. That's a great way to get fired.
Oh, yeah. D. Vieira is saying implement Ty Montgomery. I don't know why we didn't have...
No.
I don't know why Montgomery has not really been in the fold. He looked like he was a pretty good weapon in the preseason. Now, Luke Falk also looked like he was a pretty decent backup in the preseason. So,
yeah,
maybe I'm just totally wrong, but I thought Ty Montgomery was going to be, at least the second back getting more stuff.
Sure. Well, how about this? If we don't get Herndon, we implement 3-back sets.
I wouldn't be against it, I guess. What would you have, like, Ty Montgomery split out wide? Because you're not really going to have 3 backs in the backfield at the same time, I don't think. You're probably going to split one of them out. And then you have Robbie, Thomas, and are you taking Griffin off the field to have the 3 running backs? I don't know. I think if Montgomery's not really in there right now, I don't think you're going to see...
You can put either Bell or Montgomery in motion.
Yep.
And then obviously have Montgomery at the fullback spot, so it gives you options, Yeah,
no, I agree. I would like to see more read option, to be honest.
What's that?
I'd like to see more read option, to be honest. And, dude, you got 2 seconds. 3, 2...
Go Jets!
Boom! Go Jets! You're out of here! Thank you, dude. I appreciate you calling in. I will talk to you next week. Good call. I like that. Now, a lot of people are saying Herndon's out. I haven't been up to date on my latest news. Do they still think he's out? We're only on Monday. We got a bunch of time. Got over a week. We got a week. Exactly a week.
Call from
Vinny.
Vinny, what's up, dude? Welcome to the cockpit.
What's up?
Talk to me. What's on your mind? What do you think about this Jets victory?
It was incredible. I mean, for all the complaining and whining we've been doing about Adam Gase, I think he showed a bit of why the Jets hired him yesterday.
I agree. I think you saw him outsmart
You saw the offensive
Dallas.
creativity. They were explosive. He basically did everything he did with Peyton Manning with the Broncos in 2013.
It was nice. I'm gonna hold my reservations on the whole...
hold your reservations, of course. But I mean, they beat a good Cowboys team. I think the Cowboys were ranked first in offense.
Now, I'm someone that believes the Cowboys have a very interesting schedule that they've faced, because the games that they've lost, what are they, 3 callers, I think, or 3 callers, sorry, 3 through the last 3 games, I think they lost by like 2 or 3 points per game. The Saint game, who did they play last week?
The Packers.
Yeah, the Packer game, and then the Jets. But before that, who did they beat? They beat
Giants,
the Redskins.
Dolphins.
Exactly. So there wasn't a lot going on with the Cowboys. So I don't know how good of a team they are based on the wins they had. And, they lost to a Teddy Bridgewater led, Saints team. But he is, 4-0. So it's hard for me to knock him there. I love me some Teddy Bridgewater.
But, it was a good win. Man, it was great to see that bomb to Robbie.
Well, that's just it. This is something the Jets need to get off their chest. You got to get the first win out of the way. And what kills me is I'm watching all these.
Also, I was looking up when you said there wasn't much. Apparently, I've been looking up I saw an article from Newsday. The Jets titled "The Jets might be catching the Patriots at the right time."
I think the Jets this week could be catching the Patriots at the right time because they've won all
here's
their
the thing,
games.
though.
Right
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing on their defense.
Yeah.
Both Patrick Chung and Dante Hightower had left the Giants game with injuries.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, in all, they lost 6 players during that game because of an injury.
Really?
And sure,
okay.
they had that extra rest, but there's a good chance that several of those players probably don't come back. Also, their offense is bare bones at this point.
Yeah, I think
It's like literally the Antonio Brown flops. Josh Gordon's got a knee injury. Their first-round wide receiver is pretty much what you expect from a wide receiver drafted by the Patriots.
Yeah,
Ineffective.
I think he'll be fine. I think I like N'Keal Harry. I thought he was a good choice.
Come on, but like literally, being a wide receiver drafted by Bill Belichick, it might as well be the kiss of death.
Well, that's just it. I mean, unless you were running a 5-yard slant, it may not matter.
Yeah, true. What I'm saying is, I'm looking forward. I'm excited, and think about this.
Yeah.
After this, it's smooth sailing.
Well, that's just it. If we can get past the Patriots, if we can sneak out a win against the Super Bowl defending champions.
If we can beat the Patriots, I think we can win about, I'd say, let's see, the rest of the teams are just terrible. I mean, the Giants are terrible, the Redskins are terrible. The really tough opponents is maybe Baltimore and Buffalo, I think.
Baltimore's going to be tough, and Buffalo's going to be tough. Those are the last two that I'm really concerned about. The Jaguars.
But then again, it's Lamar Jackson, so he's pretty much a running quarterback.
I don't care. He is such a scary person to go up against because you have to account for his legs, and he's got a rocket launcher for an arm.
But his accuracy is of concern.
Yeah. I don't know.
So yeah, I'm looking forward.
I do think that the Jets' schedule is significantly easier from here on out.
But you know what? I can't wait
If there's a chance for the Jets to catch the Patriots sleeping, I think this is the week. I really do. I think there's enough there where the Jets can.
I think the Patriots are banged up enough. I would be surprised if most of those guys come back, and even if they do come back, and even if guys like Chung and Hightower come back,
yeah,
they're probably not going to be 100%. So
yeah,
they're probably going to be a bit banged up.
Yeah,
and then you can exploit that. I think the problem is with the teams that the Patriots have faced.
Mm-hmm.
None of them have really had a competent quarterback.
Well, that's just it. You look at their entire schedule that they've versed, and it's by far the easiest strength of schedule that any team has ever faced. It's like abysmal. They played.
I know. It's like
who did they play? They played the Dolphins, the Jets, the Steelers without Big Ben, the Redskins.
No, the Steelers were with Big
Giants.
Ben. They just didn't have AB or Bell.
Oh, that's what it was. No AB or Bell. No, but didn't Big Ben get hurt that game?
No. It was a game after. I think it was the game after that game where he got hurt.
Okay.
So yeah, so like I said, it's like Big Ben's past his prime. They face Josh Allen, who's still very raw.
Well, Josh, I think they would have lost had Allen stayed in that game. That's just it. They got knocked out.
Probably. I think he would have been able. He would have been able to probably pull something out of the fourth quarter. And then they face what? Who was it against the Redskins? Case Keenum.
Yeah.
And then a rookie. And then the rookie Daniel Jones. So it's like literally none of these quarterbacks I think are as dangerous right now as what Sam Darnold is because he's not going to make the same mistake twice. So he's not going to eye down a receiver like Allen does and like literally tell you, okay, I'm throwing to that guy.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think Sam is probably the best quarterback that the Patriots are going to face at this point in their season.
I think the offense also will be a lot better. Mm-hmm. The line looks like they're starting to gel a bit more.
Yeah, I think
everything's running on full cylinders, and Gase is going to be aggressive. He is going to attack them.
I hope so, but you got to play smart. You can't have the mistakes. You can't have the fumbles. You can't have the interceptions. Sam cannot turn the ball over in the red zone. That's going to be a big. You make that mistake, and the Patriots are going to make you pay for it.
Oh yeah, definitely. They gotta be. He's gonna be. I think he'll be smart, but not careless. Like kind of like what Doug Peterson was in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. Smart, but not careless.
I like it. Vinny, you got 7 seconds.
Well, nothing else to say but go Jets.
I like it, Vinny. Thank you for calling in. You've been ejected from the cockpit. This is what I love. Our Jet fans are passionate. We're getting people in the chat. This is something that I was a little bummed about. We had this whole, I've been doing this the last few weeks. We were getting like 40 people, and I was like, man, no one wants to come out because Jets stink right now. Which, I'll be honest, I did not want to watch much of the games when Sam wasn't there. There wasn't much we could learn. But now we got 70 people in the chat. We got a good one. We got our buddy
David Gangrene.
Gangrene David in the house, who was at the game last night. David, how was that stadium?
Oh my God, 40,000 Cowboys fans can't beat it.
That's what I heard. I heard that half the stadium was Cowboys fans. Jet season ticket holders just gave up their tickets.
Yep, 40,000 Cowboys. It was like 40,000 Cowboys fans and 40,000 Jets fans, and maybe a couple thousand gray seats. But oh my God, what a game that was! Oh my God, my voice is recovering still. But how was your victory Monday?
I was happy. I'm shot because yesterday we had a craft beer outing at the golf course I work at. So we had 19 beers and 18 holes, and just a lot of fun throughout the entire day. And it was just a long weekend. So I'm totally gassed. I have 2 days off, so I'll probably throw together a video over the next day and a half or so. But yeah. How was I saw you got to meet Sam Darnold. You got a picture with him. How was that?
It was fun. I mean, I didn't expect to stay about an hour and a half after the game, but I saw Sam walk out, and I actually did speak to Sam for a little bit. Of course, I tried to get a pic with him at training camp in the past, but then he denied me. But last night, I know he actually, but not because like he didn't want one, it's because like he was just focused on signing stuff. But Sam walked out of the tent right after the game, and he walked down the line, and then like he found me, and all of a sudden I was like, "Yo, Sam, can I get a picture?" And then next thing I know, like he's looking right in the camera, and I'm like, "Oh wow, you got a picture with the quarterback."
That's
and
so
then
cool.
I was like, "You know what? Why not?" And so I was like, "You know what? Why not post it everywhere?" And I didn't expect it to get so much attention, considering that like this isn't the first time I've met him.
Yeah, but dude, that's exciting. It's after a big win like this, everyone goes on the the social media platforms. You start highlighting anything Jets, and then all of a sudden you see, hey, Gangrene David is sitting there with Darnold, and we got a few people in the chat that are asking, did you catch mono? Did you swap some spit with our faithful quarterback?
No, I did not catch mono. If I caught mono, I wouldn't be speaking right now. But one thing I did ask him though was, I did ask him, did you know you were going to go off? Or I think I said, I knew you were going to go off, something like that. And he said, right after the first pass.
Oh, yeah. That's awesome.
How confident the dude is.
I mean, Sam is just so much better. This team believes in Sam, and you can tell that just by the mannerisms in which they, take the field. You watch the defense, they just go a little bit harder. You watch the offensive, skilled players. These guys are like, you wouldn't think that they're getting open the way they were earlier, outside of like the few stats that you heard. Like I said something the other day that the Jets led the league in separation. So whether that is, throwing screen routes and those little short routes where there's no one really, around you to tackle you right away, or receivers are getting open, they're getting away from their defender. So I think Sam's going to be able to take advantage of that, and I think we got to see a little bit of that yesterday. And I think this is something that we can get used to as Jet fans. I think Sam's only going to get better.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And I think looking at the way he played yesterday, I don't think I've ever seen him in a much cleaner situation, especially having that comfortable of a pocket and probably forever. Like, you hardly saw him running for his life. You saw him actually extending the play efficiently. You saw him being able to find his man. make his read, utilize his awareness, and he looked great. And I couldn't be any prouder for him to be back because I knew when he came back, I was like, you know what, we could be in for a surprise because everyone's like, oh, he's not going to be the savior and it's not going to be enough. Well, clearly he played like he was. So you got to give him a ton of credit to where it's due. He had one bad interception, but hey, every quarterback throws picks, and he had a bad read, but it happens. But it doesn't discount the rest of the game he played. He had a 92-yard touchdown bomb to Robbie, which if you saw my video on Twitter, I absolutely freaked out in my seat. He had a beautiful back shoulder throw to Robbie. He found Crowder over the middle so many times. Especially he even found Ryan Griffin in the red zone, which he could be a sufficient red zone threat right there with Chris Herndon when he comes back. So who knows what could happen with Sam going forward? I'm really excited, especially going to the Patriot game when you have if Mosley comes back, this could be huge for our defense.
I agree, dude. If we get Mosley back, our defense is a totally another level. Like, our guys have filled in well, and I think Jamal's played well. I think May has played outstanding. Quinnen Williams played great last night. We saw a little bit of Leonard last night. You know, you got to see a little bit more pressure. I think he played with a little more fire, and I don't know if that's maybe a matchup that he had or if it's a fire to play because Sam's there. Why am I going to waste my energy and waste my, health potentially when Sam's not on the field? Like, I think that there is a very real mentality that comes with playing with such a poor backup quarterback.
Yeah. But then again, though, I mean, you can't, as bad as the quarterback situation's been, that doesn't mean Adam Gase doesn't get a pass because you kind of look at the way Adam Gase has handled the quarterback situation where, you had Trevor Siemian before he went hurt, and the offense still looking competent. So I think at the end of the day, it kind of falls into a mix of things. But
I'll be honest, I thought Luke Falk was the better of the two quarterbacks throughout the preseason, and Luke Falk looked terrible, and it didn't shock me that Siemian looked bad either. I don't think either one of those guys was going to be able to do anything near what Sam was going to be able to do. And I think they're both way worse than Tannehill was. So I don't know. I think Sam is definitely the best quarterback since Peyton Manning that Gase has had. And I think we're going to get to see some of that, play calling and some of the confidence in Sam making those kind of longer throws as the season progresses.
Yeah, and this is another thing. I think the whole shtick with Adam Gase, because while we're all under the assumption that Adam Gase came in because blah blah blah, he gave up control of the 50-man personnel and he was the best candidate for Mike McCann to get his job saved. Gase also came in here because he wanted to develop a young quarterback. He wanted to get the chance to work with a younger quarterback, and he loved the talent in Sam. And I think he strictly came up with his schemes and his play calling abilities and utilized his matches specifically for Sam. Now, I'm not saying that it's perfectly ideal because at the end of the day, you still need a game plan for when Sam goes down. But this just shows you how confident Adam Gase is in his quarterback. And you kind of saw the complete 180 turnaround once you saw Sam come back. You saw how confident Gase got, and you saw how confident Sam got. And it shows through his work ethic, and it shows through his skill set on the field how Adam Gase can be aggressive with his play calling, how he can open up the playbook. We weren't overusing Le'Veon Bell. We weren't running dinks and dunks. We were actually throwing the ball downfield. We were actually getting the ball over the middle. We were maximizing our resources, and we were able to efficiently stick to each other stick to an efficient offensive game plan to where we didn't exactly take our foot off the gas. And you can make the case that now our offense might have saved us this game because the defense kind of got mauled out in the second half. They kind of got tired out a little, and once Dallas came back, I was nervous that the Jets are going to blow another game, but the Jets found a way to win. And
dude, I'll be honest, I have no issues with how Gase kind of handled it prior. Like last week, we had Sam Darnold practicing all week. Okay, he wasn't cleared for the Eagles game. Well, guess what? We're not winning that game without Sam anyway. So give him as much practice as possible. Get him ready for this, the Cowboy game. Get him, back into the rhythm. And just, you're losing last week's game. It is what it is. I think that's a realistic approach by Adam Gase. And I have no issue with it. You want to see him try to win every game, but I think the way to win last week's game was to hope Sam Darnold was healthy. I think that's the only way you win.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, 25 seconds left. Are you going to be at the Patriot game Monday night?
I don't believe so. I don't know. I haven't really looked at my schedule yet, but we'll see. I'll leave an open-ended question for that.
You got to come out to the Patriot game, man. But I hear the clock running out, so great win, and enjoy your victory Monday.
Boom! Go Jets! Gangrene David, always nice having you on the channel. As I've said in the past, David, myself, Howie, and Matt O'Leary are going to be collabing in the future. I just haven't had enough time to actually make that happen yet. Once we get into November, I should be able to have a little bit more time.
Call from.
Peter.
Peter, what's up, dude? Welcome to the cockpit.
Hey, Ryan, how you doing, man?
Not too bad, hanging in there. How are you loving this Monday after the Jets' victory?
Oh, man, words can't even describe on how I feel from yesterday and today.
Oh, yeah.
It was amazing.
It's night and day. I mean, this is the kind of feeling that I expected to have after the Bills game. Like, I thought we were going to win that one. It hurt not to have that victory. And then all of a sudden, we lose Sam. We go on an 0-4 skid. And now we get him back, and we win the first game with him back.
Well, man, we knew that Sam had something in him for the time he comes back. And you know what? He proved the point yesterday. Dude, 338 yards in total. What more can you ask for?
You can't. That's exactly what you want out of your starting quarterback. And you know what?
That's exactly right, man.
This team is so different with Sam Darnold at the helm. Just the way he slides around the pocket, he makes the offensive line at least appear better. That's really what it comes down to. And if the Jets are able to, not get beat up by just a 3 or 4 man rush like we were seeing with Luke Falk, the Jets are going to have a puncher's chance in this Patriot game. I really do. I think the Jets are going to they're going to keep it close. I would love to see them just get a few interceptions on Brady, knock him around, really bring the heat on him. We got to watch out for Edelman, though. Those short routes, they've been so good at it over the years.
Well, you know something, man? I'm not too worried about Edelman because he's still physically not 100%. And if C.J. Mosley is back for that game, you know what? I have a feeling that we could probably upset them. I don't know how, but I'm pretty sure we can.
I think Mosley is a huge key to this Patriot victory that we want to go in on. And it sucks that we haven't seen Mosley since the third quarter of the Buffalo game. And
pretty much.
I mean, he's basically the quarterback on that defense. You watch just how that entire team plays so much better. And I was one that was like, yo, we overpaid big time for Mosley. I still think we paid him a ton of money. But he is as advertised. He is so good. Between him and Bell, I have no issue with the money that was spent. The Jets look like they are starting to have the players that are the best on the team as the highest paid players on the team. Like, the issues we run into right now, Tremaine Johnson, Leonard Williams, these guys are highly paid players that are not producing. And that's not a good look for the team.
They're not living up to their expectations.
Yeah, and you can't have those kind of things happen. When you have players like that not contributing the way their paychecks are, imply they should be participating, it's not good for the team. It's definitely...
it really isn't.
No,
it really isn't, man.
Yeah, I think Leonard is going to be traded. I'd be pretty surprised if he wasn't, because I don't think the Jets are going to get a compensation pick for him when he gets signed elsewhere. Now, I do think...
Ryan, now that you mentioned trading players and all that,
yep.
I wouldn't mind if the Jets make the phone call to the Arizona Cardinals and trade for Patrick Peterson. We could definitely use him.
That would be an interesting situation. I don't think Peterson necessarily wants to leave Arizona. I think he's been a lifetime Cardinal, and I think he's probably going to want to stay there, especially with Kyler playing well at this point. I could see the Jets picking up the phone and trying to swing something like that. A pass rusher, a tackle, a corner, a receiver. Those are all kind of the things we can sort of look for. Ninja Dude says Leo for Ramsey. There's no way that's happening. Ramsey's going to fetch 2 first-round picks. And
there's no way in hell Jacksonville's going to let him go, period.
Yeah, I think Leonard, if I had to guess, we're going to get about a 4th-round pick for Leonard. I think that's what's going to wind up happening. We're going to be upset about it because it's not going to feel good. We're not going to get that, compensation that you think you should get for a number 6 overall pick. But if we let him walk, the potential gain is a 3rd-round pick in next year's draft, not 2020, 2021. And realistically, the Jets are going to spend too much money in free agency to have that third-round pick come into play. So maybe we get a third-round pick. I think a third-round pick is probably the highest pick we get for Leonard Williams. And if we can get anything higher than that, you make the move and you don't ask any questions.
If we get anything higher than that, then we're just blessed. I'm going to put it that way.
That's just it. I mean, if you can get... You got to get some ammo for Joe Douglas to actually rebuild this offensive line. I think if there's a way you can trade Leonard Williams and maybe some kind of draft pick for Trent Williams, I'd be okay with that. And then you go into the first round, you trade, you sign, insert best tackle here. If it's Thomas, I don't know if we're going to be that high to pick him. And then the center from Wisconsin. If the Jets can revamp this offensive line this offseason, we could be deadly next year. I'm just concerned this could be a 2-year project.
Pretty much, but at the same time, I'm not doubting Joe Douglas. I have faith in him, and I know he could build a good team. He's already done that with the Eagles.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Dude, you got 5 seconds. What do you want to say?
I just want to say, go Jets.
Boom! Go Jets. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you for calling in, brother. God, I love this. This is nice. I love seeing the phone calls light up. I'm getting all these different calls. Guys, keep trying to get in. You will have your call answered, more than likely. I see Grandpa Mark tried to call in already. Got a few other phone numbers on there that I don't quite recognize, but I want to talk to you guys. Steven Engel. Ryan, definitely all about next year now. I'm not all about next year. I'm all about this year. 2-4. Let's get to 2-4. Let's make that happen. Let's figure out from there. How much cap space do we have? Right now, I think we have about $15 million in cap space. Next year, I want to say we could have up to close to $100 million, depending on how we decide to cut players.
Call from.
Mark motherfucking Myers.
To accept,
Mark
press 1.
motherfucking Myers, how you doing, brother?
Yo, Ryan, how's it going, brother? It feels good to have a win, man.
Oh, man, we got that monkey off our back. I love it. 1 win in the books. Let's go for number 2 this week.
Sam Darnold made all the difference. He is the real deal. And if anyone doubted that, if anyone doubted Gates or anything else, you can't win without a starting quarterback, and Sam is the real deal.
I completely agree. Sam, the way that team responded to all the pressure of, the New York media and just saying, the Jets are a waste of space. And then even the way you look at it right now, when you watch the highlights and you watch all the Sports Center and ESPN, and they're just saying, oh, I can't believe the Cowboys lost to such a terrible team. This is going to be something that the Jets wear and carry on their shoulders. They're going to say, hey, the rest of this league thinks we're terrible. Let's go out and pop the Patriots in the fucking mouth.
Hey, that defense has played great, but the problem was the offense was 3 and out, and they were back on the field before they catch their breath.
Oh, I agree.
You give these guys a minute to catch their breath. I think we're looking at a different outcome.
Yeah, I think if we had Sam for the at 100% for the Bills game, I think we win that. If we have a competent kicker, we win that. If we have Sam for the Browns game, I have 100% faith we win that game. Now, the other 2 games, what was it? The Patriots the Eagles. Yeah, Eagles and Patriots. Probably, based on what we saw, it's tough to say we would have won because of the way things went. But I think the team is drastically different with Sam. So it's, those games do go totally different.
We look like an incompetent team against the Eagles, and all of a sudden we come out and we look like an NFL team. And the change is, Sam is really the key to this. You look at Garoppolo and in San Francisco. Without him, they're nothing, and then that's what we are. Without our star quarterback, we're nothing.
That's the biggest thing in the NFL. The quarterback is worth so much money, and that's why Mahomes is going to get the first $200 million contract. I guarantee it. And Sam's going to be not too far behind him either. I mean, you're talking, 2 more years, 1 more year after Mahomes gets his contract. That's when Sam's going to get paid buku money.
I see a downturn. I really do with the Patriots. I think we really got a shot in this game on Monday night. And I'm not just drinking the Kool-Aid because Sam's back, but Brady's numbers have not been Brady numbers as previous years that he's played.
I agree.
And I think with our defense, I think if they believe we have a quarterback and we can score, that they put in the extra effort like they did this week, like all them stops and Dallas kicking them field goals and not scoring touchdowns. That was huge.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
You know, and I think our defense is going to step up again, and I think Brady's going to have a tough night. And I think with Sam, I think we've got a legit shot at winning this game. And I think if that happens,
Yeah.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
Dude, if the Jets can pull off a win against the Patriots, with the Patriots on Monday night when the whole world is watching, that is going to be huge. And you know what? Screw it. Maybe I'm not going to the game. I'm going to sit here. We're going to do our cockpit live stream for the Jet-Patriot game. We're going to watch that entire game. That's what's going to wind up happening. I want to be here with everyone.
I can't wait. Ryan, I cannot wait.
That's what's happening.
I'm with you every week so far, and you know, I'm a believer, but I try not to be delusional, but I really do think they got a shot in this game.
I really do, and that's just it. Like, I'm definitely an overly optimistic Jet fan, but if we can get Mosley back, and what I saw out of Sam and this defense, and what I've seen out of Brady and that team, I think they're beatable. I really do. I watched what happened with the Giants and the Patriots, and I was like, you know what? The Giants kind of hung in there with them. And, you know, it wasn't a very, it was only like 2-3 plays that really, like, set the tone where the Giants were able to score on a, was it a block kick or an interception? And,
yeah.
And, you know, the long play with Tate where they bobbled the ball and he caught it. I think that's something that the Jets need to be able to capitalize on. When you get your hand on a Tom Brady pass, you have to intercept it. When you get the ability to swat that ball, you know, from behind him, you got to get the fumble.
And Griff, I want to just touch on one other point. Is the tight end Griffin?
Yeah.
Very impressed with his effort. He's a big guy. I'm really warming up to this kid.
I agree. He's been a pleasant surprise. I was not, like, thrilled with him. I thought he was going to be, like, another, you know, just run-of-the-mill tight end, but he has filled in nicely for Herndon. Dude, you got 8 seconds. What do you want to say?
All right, go Jets, Jets. Ryan, we love you. Keep up the faith, brother.
Thank you, dude. Oh, I love it. Call in again next week. We'll be watching the Jets-Patriot game. Now, I was going to be reserved. I was going to say, maybe I'll go to the game. No, screw it. Let's watch it here. Saves me a little bit of money. I get to have fun with you guys during the entire thing. That sounds like a plan. I have no idea what my schedule looks like on Monday, so hopefully I'm not committing to things that I can't commit to, but we're going to say I am. We're watching it. Jet Talk Radio, very close to Jets Talk Radio, not to be confused. Patriots will be really tough. We need to be able to get an early lead and capitalize on the running game. I agree. Rodolfo, jet up, baby, Jets. Will Kohler, Mosley is back practicing this week. It was reported by NFL Network. I love it. Gangrene David, well, I'll be at the game. Gangrene David, you can be at the game, that's fine. Maybe I'll go. The Man of Magic, go, Pats, go. Wow, okay, you're fired. I'm glad you tuned in, though, Man of Magic. If you need a haircut or magic, hit that dude up. Rico World Peace, why you jinxing it? Where's your hat? Right there. Hat's right there. It gets hot in the summer with a winter hat on. That's why I don't have it on right now. Maybe I'll do it in the winter.
Sandra motherfucking Meyer.
To accept.
What's up? Welcome to the cockpit.
Hi, it's Sandy, and I am Mark motherfucking Meyer's wife.
I love it. I love it. Okay, what's on your mind?
Okay, I think your boy did really excellent, and he played a really nice game.
I love Sam Darnold. I love everything about our Jets. What are your expectations for the Jets-Patriots game?
Okay, so here I am. I would love to see the Jets win. I really, really would, and I have all faith that they can. I'm just not checking. I'm not going to bet my chicken dinner on it, but I do believe that they can do this. They really can. And the reason why is because their defense was really awesome against Dallas's defense, which is supposed to be super awesome.
Yeah.
And also, I don't know. I think I'm not like really up on all your players, but nonetheless, like that 32 dude, Adams, I think.
33. 33.
Yeah, 33. Okay. Dak, in like he was trying to do something, and the way he charged to him, I was super impressed by that. They also kept him to field goals almost the whole game.
Oh, yeah.
So I really think that they could do something against the Patriots. I know the Patriots are tricky, and they may come out with deflated balls or whatever they want to do. But I do think that the Jets do have a chance, and I'm positive.
I like it. That's the kind of mentality we need. You need more positivity around this team. I can't tell you how many doom and gloom Jet fans I've run into where they're like, just tank the entire season. I don't want to see anything. And I just want to hope for a draft pick.
I was really against the fact that they were all against your coach a couple weeks ago.
I agree.
The dude is in a hard fight. He had second, third string quarterbacks. He didn't have Sam Darnold. He didn't have his star quarterback. And I think that they were like the fan base was like completely off base. They were like, why are you doing this to this guy? You're not going to fire him. Who are you getting? In the middle of the season, week 6.
Well,
you're not getting anybody, and you gotta have some faith. You know what I mean? Come on, bring the church into it. I don't know what you gotta do.
You gotta have faith in the coach, because what's gonna happen if they hire Adam Gase, you fire him 5, 6, 7 weeks into the season? Who are you gonna get? There's no coach is gonna be like, hey, let's go to the Jets because I'm gonna get fired in 7 games.
Exactly. You're accomplishing nothing. And not to have faith in the fact that your star quarterback is coming back, and even though he's wearing all his protective gear, which I think is awesome, he should probably wear it like forever. But I'm just thinking, give the kid a chance. And he came out against Dallas, who had great numbers and all kinds of great statistics against him, and he friggin' beat him, and that's awesome, and I think that's really great for Sam. Very happy for the boy.
This is the first time. So the Bills' defense was so good. I think the Bills' defense is probably the best defense in the NFL that we saw week 1. And
yeah, we did.
And then Sam gets mono, so we didn't get to see him in any of the other games. But I think what we saw yesterday was an extension of what we got to see at the end of last year when he was playing really well. And I think this is something we're going to continue to see. Right? I think Sam has the potential to be a top 5 perennial Pro Bowl quarterback, like year in and year out. Like I really believe in this guy more than like maybe a fan should, but I'm like 100% on board with Sam.
I do too, and I'm wavering, but I do think that Sam has a lot to offer to this team, and I think he's an awesome quarterback. He's a really great, young man. He truly is. And as a woman, a mom, I see that, and I can really respect him.
He's someone you want your kids to look up to.
He's going to do awesome for the Jets.
Look, I was a big Baker fan with him coming out, and I am so happy we got Sam. He's someone that I can look up to. It's someone that, when I have kids, and if Sam's still playing quarterback at that point, which I really hope is the case, I could be like, look up to Sam Darnold. He's that Derek Jeter kind of personality, the Eli Manning, hey, I'm going to do the right thing. I'm going to say the right thing. I'm going to do everything that needs to be done.
Absolutely, yes. He's very respectful. He's a good boy. He really is. And as a mom, I can say that he's gonna come out on the top. He really will. In time, he will. He's gonna have his ups and downs because he's young and he's got to learn.
He's only 22 years old. You look at it, Baker's 3 years older than Sam.
He's as old as my youngest son. And he does have a lot to learn, but he's going to be an awesome quarterback. He's a franchise quarterback. Everybody should wrap your arms around him and never once waver away from him. And he's going to be your guy, and you just have to have faith. And I love him. He's a great kid, and I'm sorry he got sick, and I'm sorry that he had this, 3 weeks, or 4 weeks that he couldn't, stand up. Exactly.
He is the best quarterback
And
in New York. Screw Josh Allen. Screw Danny Dimes. It's Sam Darnold.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, he is. Absolutely. He's the up and coming quarterback. He's gonna be something someday. I don't know if it'll be Joe, because I lived in the era of Joe. So
That's
I
fair.
don't know if he will be that. And I don't even need him to be that. I just need him. He may be better. He may be whatever. But he's his own person, and I truly think that the boy deserves a lot of respect.
I love it. Sandy motherfucking Myers, thank you so much for calling in, and you have been injected from the cockpit. Ah, this is great. I love it when I get the significant others on. This is fun. Phone call after phone call. What we got?
Call from.
Bernard from North Carolina.
Bernard from North Carolina, brother. I haven't talked to you in so long. How you doing?
How you doing, buddy? Long time no speak. The last few weeks I've been wanting to call in and talk to you, but our timing has always been off. I've always wound up going to sleep as soon as I get home. I get home late, from the airport.
Hey, it's all right.
And by the time I wake up, your show's already over. So I was so disappointed. So I'm so glad I finally got through tonight. So
Oh, I'm glad you called in. What was your gut feeling?
Yeah.
What was that feeling when you saw the Jamal Adams rushing up the middle and that pass go incomplete? My first thought was, I'm looking at the flags. I was like, is there any flag on the field? I'm looking at the bottom corner. Like, come on, is it over?
That's right. Yeah, the Jets, they really, really stepped up and played just the way they needed to play against the Cowboys. I had my concerns going in, with Donald coming back, first game back from the mono, and, I had a lot of lingering concerns over these last 3 or 4 weeks about his medical condition, and I don't know. I had some doubts lingering, not about Donald, but, about the timing of it and how long it would take him to recover. And I guess the staff and the coach, everybody knew what they were doing, by letting him play. So he shined, and he did exactly what I expected him to do. The only thing is, this label, some people had on Donald as being a bust. I never got that, never understood it. I think they have these unrealistic expectations. They expect the quarterback to come in the league in his rookie year, throw for 4,000 yards, and it just doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? I think the last time I saw a quarterback really excel to that level his rookie year, I remember being a teenager and watching Dan Marino. You remember him and how good he was,
Oh, yeah. I think, watching Sam week in and week out is absolutely huge. And seeing the little bit of growth each week is massive. I think this really was a continuation of what we saw at the end of last year.
Oh, yeah, no doubt about it. Just when he came back from that injury and he threw 6 TDs, I think it was 1 pick, he played at the level that we expected him to play when we drafted him. And I think he's going to be an outstanding quarterback, the best we've ever had, even exceeding, I believe, even exceeding Joe Namath. Because a lot of people don't realize when the Jets drafted Joe Namath was damaged good. I mean, his knees were messed up, but I think Joe Namath just had that magnetic personality and that confidence and that glow about him that the ownership just fell in love with him. They had to take him, and he showed why when, we pulled that upset and beat the Colts, They fell in love with him. I think Darnold's going to be the best quarterback we've ever had.
I completely agree. I think if Darnold didn't go out with, like, the whole mono thing, I think he would have broken our passing records, both touchdowns and yardage. And you know what? He could still possibly get close. I mean, what's our passing record? It's like, is it 4,000 yards? I think it's 4,000 yards there. I mean, it'll probably be close. If he can continue on this same kind of, trajectory. Now, we do face some much easier teams, so maybe we can inflate those numbers dramatically. I don't think he'll get this. Ultimately, I don't think he'll beat out Namath's records this year, but I do think he's definitely going to own all the Jets records when he's said and done. Like, I really think that Sam is the most physically gifted franchise quarterback that we've had. Like, we had, Brett Favre, and we've had, Michael Vick and, like, those sorts of guys. But, I mean, like, full-on Jets quarterbacks. You're talking Pennington. maybe you
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
Testaverde, you talk.
But you know what it is? We had different quarterbacks that had certain elements, but they didn't have all the elements. They would have, the super intelligence and leadership skills of a Chad Pennington. They could process it, but they couldn't physically pull the trigger and do anything about it. And then they had the arm of a Vinny Testaverde, but wasn't very mobile. It's hard to find that total package. Darnold is the total package.
He is.
He can move. He can throw. He
is a supercomputer. The way his brain processes what he's seeing on the field is nothing short of incredible.
I see that.
He is just. He diagnoses things so fast, and it's just incredible to watch.
Wow. I heard the word of Donald, I think several years ago. I was picking up a, Pro Football Weekly, and it was like some future projections about this kid named Sam Donald. I didn't know. I hadn't really researched a lot of college football or the USC in his career.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize because, going into the draft, strangely enough, he wasn't talked about like Baker Mayfield and John
Boom! You're out of here! My brother from North Carolina. I'm sorry. This is why I got the timer ejected from the cockpit. Bernard was hitting on that. I'm gonna explain what he was talking about. He's saying how Sam Darnold was not talked in the same light as the, Baker Mayfield and Josh Allen and these guys that were so hyped up. And to have, when I was doing my film breakdown, I thought Sam was a lock for number one. I thought there was no way we were going to get a shot at him. And there was other people that were saying, Josh Allen's going to go number one. Oh, Baker could go number one. I was on board the Baker train because I thought Sam was going number one. And when Baker went one, it hurt because I was like, Broadway Baker, I wanted him. But watching Sam, I was like, okay. I thought Sam was going to go number two to the Giants. As soon as the Giants took Saquon Barkley, I lost my marbles. It was the best moment of my fanhood as a Jet, as long as, like, from a draft perspective. Like, there's no one that we've drafted other than Sam Darnold that I've been totally gung-ho for. Like, this is, 110% on board. Like, I like Jamal Adams, and I like the Quinnen Williams pick. Like, these are all good, but this is a franchise-changing move by the Jets. And I really think that Jet fans should be happy with everything that we've seen out of our young quarterback. He's 22 years old. This guy's got so much time to grow. It's incredible.
Call from
Frank.
Frank! What's up, dude? Welcome to the cockpit.
What's going on? Good evening. I was there at the game yesterday, and from the beginning in warm-ups, you just seen all the players have extra bounce and pep in his step, and with this 100 years anniversary NFL, they had a lot of Jet former players and former legends there at the game, and to see them interact and have Sam up there, the team was really energized, man. And the D played all out yesterday. It was beautiful. I mean, they got pressure on Dak. They didn't get that many sacks, but they were getting to him, and they had him uncomfortable out there, and Sam in there makes a whole lot of difference. I mean, you can really tell, man. This kid, sky's the limit with this kid, and I'm glad he's back, man. And a much all-around team win, much needed win, and let's see who we get back for New England on Monday night. Maybe Herndon, maybe Mosley. We'll see.
That's huge. I mean, and I completely agree. You watch the way this team plays when Sam is at the helm, and there is extra juice. The fans are more fired up. I mean, you can tell just from the buzz in the air that there is something special about Sam Darnold, and the players feel it, the coaches feel it. There's a reason why they tried to prep Sam for the Eagles game in hopes that he could play. If Sam doesn't play, they understand it's a loss. The best way and most surefire way to get a win against the Eagles is to prep Sam Darnold and hope that he's ready to play. Unfortunately, it didn't go our way. And, I think him preparing that week instead of preparing Luke Falk helped us win this game.
Absolutely. I totally agree with that. I want to ask you a question. Do you believe the rumors that were spreading around the radio today and media in general about Gase holding back the game plan and the playbook because he knew he didn't have the right guy on the helm to run his offense? And, that's another reason why, Dallas looked it so, unsettled because there was a lot of things in this game yesterday that nobody's really seen because Sam's been out for so long, and I guess Gase didn't have the right guy on the helm that he trusted that he could make those plays like Sam did yesterday.
I have no problem with Gase holding back without Darnold being in there because of how poor Luke Falk is. Like, there's certain things that you can do with certain quarterbacks, and Luke Falk, he was on the practice squad for a reason. He's not really meant to be the starting quarterback.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the same knowledge and skill set that Sam Darnold has. This whole offseason was installing this offense around Sam, helping him grow. And when you have these intricate type of plays, we saw the statistic. There was some kind of stat that came out that showed, I think it was something InGen, whatever, statistics.
Next gen
Stats that had the Jets receivers were the best at getting open, like outside of a 3-yard cushion from their defender or something like that. And that's a testament, yes, of the receivers, but also due to the play calling. The fact that we're getting guys open in space and the quarterback just wasn't able to hit it. Like, Luke Falk was holding onto the ball too long. It's just something that, we couldn't do anything about it. And now you see Sam shuffle around the pocket. The offensive line looks better because he can shuffle like that. The receivers are wide open. This is something that I'm hoping continues through the Patriot game because Gilmore is a very good cornerback, and it's going to be a tough test. But Byron Jones for the Cowboys, he's a good corner, and the Jets were able to, at least take advantage of that secondary. Whoop.
Glad to witness it. Second longest in franchise history.
Yeah, 92-yard touchdown pass to Robbie Anderson. That was a thing of beauty, and it's something we want to see more of because Robbie's going to burn those corners occasionally. It's just we haven't had the offensive line to be able to enjoy that luxury. Brother, I think your phone has died out. You get ejected from the cockpit. Here! Thank you for calling in. I appreciate you. Trade Leo to the Redskins for Trent Williams. I would love that. Don't think it's going to happen. Next time we need a 70 or a 97-yarder. I agree. Nick Folk won the Super Bowl twice. What? Nick Folk. Where was he prior to us? Folk was with Dallas, wasn't he? I'm confused. You're talking to Robbie Anderson.
Call from
Big Green.
Big Green, what's up, brother? I was waiting for the call. How you doing?
Oh, I'm good, Ryan. I'm good. Oh, man. I was working yesterday when I got out at 5 o'clock, so I only got to see the second to fourth, and it looked pretty good. I got to listen to the Robbie Anderson Bob on the radio.
I like watching everything. Like, that's great, but the radio call, I would rather listen to the radio call and watch the telecast than listen to what's going on the
sports
TV.
announcers,
yeah. Oh man, the radio is just so much better.
Yeah, because they're hyped. You can hear their voices more.
Yeah, there's excitement there. They're fans. It's all part of it, and that just oh man, the energy is just so much different.
Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. A little bit of time. So first off, offensive line looks like it's a whole new offensive line, which I'm assuming goes to Sam Darnold falling in protection.
Sure.
That's the only way I can think of how they played so well, only giving up 2 sacks.
I think it's also Sam sliding around, making faster play calls. I think that's all part of it. I do still think our offensive line needs work, and we're going to address it in the offseason.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. Okay, on to the next thing. I was reading some articles. Multiple teams are interested in Leo. Who do you think they are? What do you think we can get? I know you said a 4th rounder.
Yeah.
I hope we can find some fool for a second.
I don't think we're getting a second for him. I really don't. I think his contract's pretty big. If we could eat that contract and get a higher draft pick, I would prefer to do that. I don't know if that's something you're allowed to do. It's almost very reminiscent of the the Texans trade with Brock Osweiler, where the Browns got a first-round pick for taking on a bad contract. Now, if we could take on a bad contract and get a good, draft pick in return, I would do that. But I don't know if you can actually. I don't know if the Jets could work it where it's like, hey, we're going to eat this entire cap hit to get that better draft pick for you to have Leonard Williams. That's something I would be very interested in.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I don't know what teams are looking at him.
The Eagles showed interest. I know that. And,
Yeah.
The other ones, I have no idea.
See, I think that's the Joe Douglas connection. I think there's guys that are
Exactly.
If we can get something out of the Eagles, I'm all for it. I don't mind trading him out of conference. I don't have any ill feelings towards the Eagles really. I got no bone to pick there. And I like Leonard Williams, so I'd like to see Leo go to a team that I could still sort of enjoy watching him on.
Oh yeah.
Philly is, all right in my book.
Yep, that's my NFC team.
What do you think happens? Is there anyone else you could see the Jets trading? I have a feeling we're not going to move Robbie just because of the connection we saw with Sam right now. I think they want to see this play out.
Maybe that Houston Texans receiver that scored their first touchdown for us that we picked up.
The receiver. I don't know who the receiver is.
He was with that end around.
That's right. That's right. Last week or 2 weeks ago, where it was the first offensive touchdown we've scored since week 1.
They said he hit 22, 23 miles an hour.
That's crazy fast. That's insanely fast. I would love. I want to see weapons. I want to see offensive linemen. I don't know how the Jets can possibly. Vincent Smith.
I mean, we're carrying 10 offensive linemen right now.
Yeah, I mean, you can tell they're switching things around. I like the competition. I like that they're like, hey, look, no one's safe for this, offensive line rebuild or whatever we're doing. We're gonna put the best 5 guys out there to protect Sam because it's important.
Maybe Marcus May.
Marcus May. Oh, as a trade?
Yeah.
You know what? I don't want to get rid of either one of these guys. Marcus May's contract's going to be up after next
Depends
year.
what he wants.
Yeah,
no, he's up with Jamal Adams.
Well, that's just it. It's Jamal or May, and that's May's up 1 year prior to Adams because May has a 4-year deal. Adams has a 5-year deal. I don't want to see either one of those guys get moved. If I had to guess, we could hold on to May and Adams could get traded because he's such a high power kind of guy. But I don't think the Jets are going to move Adams.
I think that would destroy the locker room morale.
I agree. I think Adams is too much of our vocal leader. He's our Ray Lewis, even though he doesn't quite have the plays out overall that Ray Lewis had or the opportunities that Ray Lewis had right off the bat. I think it would be a mistake to move on from Jamal. I think you could move on from May, and I think you could get something good for him. But at the same time, if you have the means to keep both of them, I think you try to.
All right, how about that defensive tackle, Allen? I heard his name a lot on the radio.
Allen.
Undrafted free agent.
You think we could trade him?
I think we could trade him or keep him. I think the way he was going around the ball.
Based on the Jets team right now, I think you have
interested.
to keep anyone that could give you a shot at beating the Patriots or helping you win in general. I think Leonard has kind of run his course. He's not going to get re-signed because we took Quinnen Williams. Big Green, you got 10 seconds.
Go Jets.
Go Jets, dude. I'm so glad you called in, and I will talk to you again. But for right now, you have been ejected from the cockpit.
You're out of here!
I think that timer is one of my favorite things that we've had on the cockpit. And I'm glad a bunch more people have been able to enjoy this. Guys, we have 58 people watching right now. There's 56 people that have liked it. I know we can get some more likes. Let's get this up to 70 likes right now. I want to see 14 more likes. I know there's guys that have been sitting in here just camping, not dropping any love. See how it is. Great stream by Multi Apples. Thank you. Jason Rodriguez, 16 mil, 4 years. I'm so confused what we're talking about right there. Brian Gonzalez, we shouldn't give away talent. That's why we're so bad. I agree. Adler Jack, He didn't retire. Calm down. What did I miss that you guys are talking about in the chat? Adler Jack says trade May. I don't know. Quincy. Oh, Quincy. 16 years, $4 million. So when did you guys start talking about Quincy? Draft Jerry Jeudy. I'm drafting lineman first. I like Jerry Jeudy, but I'm taking the lineman. That would be my ultimate choice as a player or as a fan. You know what? I see he's trying to call. I'm going to give him a call. Grandpa Mark, let's get him on the line. Let's see if he'll actually pick up. Let's see. I don't call too many people from here.
Please leave your message for
Grandpa Mark. Not picking up the phone for us. I see how it is. You know what? Not calling you back. I tried. I know you tried to call in around 8:30. It was like 8:36 or something like that when he called in. He tried to call in at 9:32. Was talking on the phone. Too bad. Tried Grandpa. You can give another call in. We're like 2 O-linemen and 1 good cornerback away from being a contender. I agree.
Call from.
J-Pen.
To accept, press 1.
What's up, dude? Welcome to the cockpit.
Hey, what's going on, man? It's J-Pen.
Dude, glad to have you on. What's your feelings about this last game, and what are your feelings moving forward to the Patriot game?
I'm very confident, man. I was watching the game. I actually missed the first minute, so when I seen it was the second drive, I was kind of nervous. And then just seeing how Darnold was taking control of the whole game, moving in the pocket, very elusive, and targets on the run. I mean, that's what we were waiting for the longest, you understand? So it's like the good feeling moving forward. And I feel like defensively, a lot of people were saying, we should have not held Dallas to 3 or 6 points for the half. But if you look at, we're playing backups in the linebacker core. And they were taking advantage of Cashman on the height. You see how it was just jumping all over him left and right. And then they tried to play shoot it on Zeke, and that was a mismatch. And we still held our own. So I'm looking forward to the Patriots game, and I think we're going to take it. I honestly think we're going to take it. I think that you see Q Williams playing the line, putting pressure up front, something that Leo is obviously unable to do. And you see the defense just moving.
Yeah, no, I agree. You look at what happened to this team, and you look at how the Cowboys tried to play against our linebackers. Like, yeah, they missed some kicks, and they could have had more points, and it could have really, thrown a wrench into what we were trying to do. But look at how the Jets responded, and look at how this team could grow from here as well. You get Mosley back, you get Herndon back, and then all of a sudden, everything starts clicking. Maybe the line gels together a little bit better. Sam's got more chemistry with Crowder, got more chemistry with Thomas. Because remember, he hasn't played that much with Thomas either. So this is still a learning process with them. And they look like they're starting to get on the same page.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I'm just excited, man. I think honestly Monday night is a huge test. And I was questioning, like you were saying before, about letting Darnold practice for the Eagles game if he wasn't going to be cleared. But then it makes total sense to give him an extra week of preparation for the Dallas game. So, Gase is taking a lot of criticism, and I think he's doing a good job just dealing with it, rolling with the punches. And I think me, myself, and all the diehard Jet fans are really going to be excited for Monday Night Football. I really think we're going to come out victorious in that game.
Are you going to come hang out with me on Monday night? We're gonna have the live stream going. We'll watch it together. We were talking about possibly going to the game, but...
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll definitely watch the live stream and watch the game. Probably gonna be in the bar, but yeah, man. I just wanted to let you guys know that just be optimistic, man. We have a horrible O-line. It played pretty well today, last game, but it shows you how quick and decisive Darnold is. You know what I'm saying? And Dallas isn't a pushover. Yeah, they had some injuries, but they're not a pushover. For us to bully them,
sure,
that's it's a huge step moving forward, and we just gotta stay optimistic for New England.
I completely agree. You got to stay optimistic. You have to try and believe, have a little faith in our Jets, we're 1-4. We're just going for 2-4. Don't look too far down the road. Just go to 2-4. If we can get to 2-4, we move on from there. 2-4 would be absolutely huge. We get a division win. That would be huge. We're already down 0-2 in the division with, we're looking back, or the first two teams, the Bills and the Patriots, they're looking back at us. They're like, hey, they're in the rearview mirror. This is a chance for us to climb the ladder just a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. I definitely agree. I think also that Greg Williams doesn't get enough credit from the defense. I think the whole mixed marriage with Geese and Williams it was a good idea. Let Geese focus on his offense and focus on Sam Darnold, and let Greg control the defense, which I think he's been doing a phenomenal job with the pieces that he has.
That defense has been no joke. It has been absolutely lethal from preseason to right now. The entire time, Greg Williams has been the difference maker, along with, I think Jamal being another year older, getting May back in the fold. I don't think Tremaine Johnson could have played worse than he did last year. So even though he was benched earlier this season, I think it's, these guys gelling together. I think adding Quinnen Williams to that line is dramatically helping out. At least for what we saw last night, because we didn't have Quinnen since week 1. I think when we get Mosley back, we're going to see even more, awesome firepower on that defense. And the more they can stay rested by Sam just leading long drive after long drive, the better that defense is going to look.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Last thoughts. What do you think about trading Leo?
I'm all for trading Leo. That's kind of where I've fallen for a while now. When the Jets were going to draft, when I was doing my mock drafts and things like that, I wasn't totally sold on Josh Allen. Quinnen Williams I felt like was the best, but I felt like if you take Quinnen Williams, Leonard Williams' days in New York would be numbered. And I wasn't sure if it was hey, if the Jets are contending for a playoff spot, they hold on to Leonard, you run the table, you try to see as much talent as you can and try to get as far as you can. Now that the Jets are kind of in a little bit of a long shot chance at the playoffs, I think the right move is to move Leo. Try to get an asset that could help us long term, and I don't think Leo is going to be here beyond this year. I like Leonard a lot as a person. I think he's one of the more fun guys that we have in our locker room. He just hasn't been producing. You can get the quality of play that you're getting out of him from an undrafted free agent.
Yeah, I know that's so sweet that I pick him, but it is what it is. Currently to that draft, if everybody remembers, that's the draft when we were interested in Todd Gurley, but he was coming off that major knee injury, so we were kind of skeptical taking him.
It was Todd Gurley, but we were also looking at we wanted Sheriff. Sheriff was taken one pick before us. You were hoping to get one of Mariota or Winston, but they both went 1-2. Cooper was the other one that we wanted, and all those guys went just before us. So it's all right, the real choices it kind of came down to were Vic Beasley and Leonard Williams. And to be honest, while Beasley would have filled a role for us that Leonard Williams didn't, I don't know if that's a better move either. It sounds like Beasley's probably out of Atlanta anyway. 5 seconds, dude. What do you got to say?
Go Jets. Let's take this in.
Go Jets. I love it. Get out of here! That's got to be the signature sign-off. When we start getting down to that nitty-gritty, the last little bit of time, a good go Jets is always good. We started this cockpit probably 6 months ago now. Back when Le'Veon Bell was just about to sign with the Jets. We had over 200 people in here, all talking about everything. And I was rocking the pilot hat. I like the pilot hat. Drives me a little nutty sometimes. So sometimes I gotta throw on a different hat. Sometimes I'll have the hair gelled up, give you a little bit more of a look into the life of Ryan with the hat in the background. Adler Jack says trade May and Robbie. Not a fan of that. Maybe a fan of Robbie. I can understand that one. But I don't want to lose weapons for Sam. Now, if we do trade Robbie, or we move on from Robbie after this year, I believe, is it Robinson, the burner that's at the Chiefs, is a free agent. That's someone I'd look into signing and bringing in. You extended it till midnight, I believe. What are you talking about? Are you talking about the cockpit? I'm not extending it to midnight. You're out of your goddamn mind. Rico World, time flies. What would we get for Robbie? If we were to trade Robbie Anderson, I'd say a 3rd round pick is probably optimistic. Remember, he had the 2nd round tender on him and no one traded a 2nd round pick for him. So a 3rd round pick is probably best case scenario for Robbie Anderson. If he had gone off this season, now maybe that sort of boosts his draft stock, but I don't think there's any way you get above a 3rd rounder for Robbie at this point. Joe Signorino wears Grandpa tonight. This is the first time that Grandpa has not been able to get through in a while, and I think it's because we have so many Jet fans that are so excited about the Jet win. He's tried to call in twice. I shot him a call. He did not pick up for me. I got a bone to pick with him.
Call from.
Jay from Georgia.
To accept, press 1.
Was that Jake from Georgia?
Jay.
What's up, dude? Welcome to the cockpit.
Yeah, I had a question. Neville Hewitt has been doing such a, interception, sacks, leading tackles. What do you think we're going to do with Avery when he gets back? He could be a good person to trade.
Well, that's just it. So Avery has, I don't know if it's a desirable contract, but we could save $6.5 million against our cap if we cut Williamson. Now, I don't really want to trade Williamson for the $6.5 million. I think I'd like to hold on to him. If we could trade him, and get an asset back, that would be kind of cool. I don't want to cut him. He is definitely the insurance in case Mosley goes down with an injury. Now, imagine if we were able to have Williamson out on the field right now while we're missing CJ. I think he's valuable, and I think it would be a mistake to just cut him for the $6.5 million gain unless that $6.5 million was preventing us from signing someone else.
Gotcha.
That's my take on it, at least.
And I like how Jamal Adams called out some of the fans that didn't believe we was going to win the Cowboys game.
That's just it. There's a lot of people that were upset. I guarantee the fans have got to be pissed when you are going to a game, when you're a player on the Jets and you go into the stadium and all of a sudden you see a bunch of blue and silver and like gray jerseys all over the stadium. That's not good. You can't. The Jet fans have to hang tight with the team. That's just it. And you know what? I made my pregame video and I said this is where it all starts. Sam comes back and we're gonna go on a run right now. I said the Jets were gonna beat the Cowboys and I meant it. I think we have a chance with the Patriots. I think they're prime for the the picking right now. They've won all their games. I don't know if we'll be able to match everything if we don't have Herndon, if we don't have Mosley. We're still missing a lot of firepower, but I think Sam coming back is a huge thing for us.
All right, and one more thing. Tom Compton, he's taken Assembly's part, right? Like since he's hurt.
Hasn't Alex Lewis been playing there?
Oh, Alex Lewis, yeah.
Yeah. Alex Lewis has been playing well so far. I believe last I saw he was our highest graded offensive lineman, but that was last week or 2 weeks ago at this point. If he can continue to grow like that, that is a nice find to have. That's that Baltimore connection that we have with Joe Douglas. So I'm real happy there. I think you got to try and play Shell and Edoga all over the place. I think, Harrison could jump in at guard. There's a lot of combinations that we could see possibly work. I don't know if it's necessarily a fix beyond this year, but I would like to see the Jets continue to try, as best they can to fill that offensive lineup.
And where would Osemele be placed? Like, would he take Brian Winters since, he's been messing up, even though he looked solid last game? But
look, I would try it. Why not? I mean, maybe he's better on the right side of the line than the left side of the line. I just don't think that beyond this year, I think Osemele is signed on for another year, but we could save his full contract by cutting him. Like, I don't think he's going to last beyond this year. Yeah. What's our cap look like if we cut Tremaine? Not good, Big Green. Big Green's asking what our cap would look like, and if we cut Tremaine Johnson, that's a lot of dead cap space. We can designate him a June 1st cut, and that will help spread out his cap hit, but it is not good. That is a very bad contract. It's one of the worst contracts in the NFL, I think.
And no team's going to want him.
That's just it. No one's going to trade for him. He's been absolutely terrible. Anything else for me? What other questions you got?
That's just it. One game at a time, and hopefully, we can catch up to the Bills and then the Patriots.
I love it, dude. Thank you so much for calling in. And you have been ejected from the cockpit. Boom. Jace. I believe it was Jace. I think I said your name wrong at first. I apologize. O-line competition. Haven't had any for a while, and now we do. We can see the difference. Doesn't Winters get beat like every play? Dick Long. Winters has been pretty bad. Grandpa Mark would tell us the same thing. We'll give you a 5 and Tremaine for nothing. That's just it. If you could take on Tremaine's contract, we would give up a draft pick. But to be honest, I don't think his contract is preventing us from signing anyone else at this particular point in time. And that's my take on a lot of cap things. Like if a contract doesn't prevent you from signing more players, Mosley, Le'Veon Bell in particular, big time contracts did not prevent us from signing anyone else. So you might be upset and be like, hey, look, you're not getting the production out of, Le'Veon Bell. You're not getting the production out of Mosley because he's hurt. But guess what? When they come back, when they're healthy, I mean, Bell, both these guys have been good. So it's really kind of tongue-in-cheek the way I'm talking about this right now. But let's say, God, Tremaine to the Chiefs for a 6th. That's not going to happen. They're not going to do that. They're not that silly. I don't think they even have the money to do that. How do you like Gase's play calling? Jesse Stone. I like Gase's play calling so far. It has been very frustrating when Darnold was not in there. I do think the play calling week 1 was very much a product of the Buffalo defense, and the games after felt like a continuation of that, but I think that's more so because we didn't have Sam Darnold. I think you just saw yesterday how Sam and Adam Gase work together and how Gase is willing to change his game plan based on the team they're playing. You knew they were going to sell out against Le'Veon Bell because of how Aaron Jones handled them the week before. So I give credit to Adam Gase. He was one step ahead of the Cowboys, and we got a win for it. It's big time for Jamal Adams. It's big time for Sam Darnold. It's big time for Adam Gase. I think that's a big victory for a lot of our guys all the way around. Do you think we can go to Buffalo and beat them week 17 with a wild card spot potentially on the line? I think we could. I think with Sam Darnold at the helm, anything is possible. Now, what I will say is the Bills are a very tough team. I think they're one of the better teams in the AFC that don't get as much hype as they probably should. And if we go into week 17 with a bid on the line, it's because the Bills either screwed up majorly and we're versing the Bills to get in, or we're getting all 3 AFC East teams outside of the Dolphins into the playoffs, which I don't really think is going to happen. You figure the Texans and Colts are both kind of fighting for that division right now. You have the Raiders that are kind of been hot and cold. The Chiefs have been on a little bit of a slide as of late. There's not really anyone in the NFC or AFC North that I'm afraid of outside of the Ravens. I think the Jets should have beat the Browns. Maybe that falls down on us because of the way we lost the beginning part of this season. I think that's going to be a big issue for the Jets trying to get into the playoffs, and I think that's why it sort of hurts our playoff odds. Guys, we got 2 minutes. What other questions you got for me? Fire away. Jersey Dude, I think Greg Williams for head coach. Look, I like Greg Williams a lot. his message does get stale. I do think the defensive-minded coach is probably best suited as a defensive coordinator, and the offensive-minded coach is best for a head coach. Just my personal opinion. No statistics backing that up, but I think that is probably I think that's probably what I would do. Who will be the star of the Pats game? Big Green. For the Jets to win. I think if we can get Mosley back, that would be absolutely huge. If Mosley can stop some of those short slant routes, and if we can get pressure up the A-gap with Quinnen Williams, who wasn't there the last time we played, these are things that rattle Tom Brady. And we've seen this year he's not quite himself. I think Crowder could be big. Those quick slants, absolutely huge. I'm telling you right now, the Patriots will focus on stopping Bell. I hope that's the case because I think Darnold's going to make them pay for just focusing on Bell. I really do. But that's the kind of, kind of offense and the kind of weapon that Bell is. Teams have to take him into account. Guys, we're at that time of the night again. I've had a great time hanging out with you. This has been one of the better cockpits that we've had in a little bit. And it all it took was a Jet win. So, boys, you know what it is. Remember, next week, we're going to be sitting here for the Jets-Patriots game Monday night. You guys better tune in. I'll be yelling at my TV, yelling at my computer. You guys are awesome. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for flying with me. I've been your pilot. I'll always be your pilot. Jet fans, let me hear it.